Let's continue. Now, when we talk about ethics, we are simply referring to the values attached to a particular profession. All right, these values make the profession what it is, and the professional in such field respect these values. Okay, work towards it, work within it, and adhere to these values. Are we together? They adhere to these values. Now, one thing we need to understand here is that the level of importance attached to the level of importance attached to these values are highly essential. All right, and that is what separates, that is what makes the, all right, ethics of any profession. The attributions, the level of seriousness, the level of, all right, orderliness attached to this value makes that profession, all right, or make that professional ethics, all right, makes that professional, the person who is a professional in a particular field, makes him a professional. This is when a professional observes his or her ethics, then he can be referred to as a professional of a particular profession. All right, so that's how it works basically. Now let's take a step further. Just a moment. Now, as a professional, you are expected to put in your best when it comes to the displaying, or when it comes to your profession. You have to put in your best. It says here that social, all right, it says here that value is considered to enhance the character of hard work. Value is considered, all right, value is considered to enhance, character through hard work. To enhance character through what we call hard work. So as I said, when it comes to ethics, a lot of attached to it. All right, and these values are, all right, what makes a professional a profession at his profession, or what makes a professional in his field. I don't know if you are on the same page. All right. So, in as much as there are rules and regulations to adhere to, there are standards of the practices or the profession. All right. In as much as that is there, all right, that exists, we must also understand that there are also a lot of values attached to, all right, the ethics of any profession, as it is accompanied by hard work. Now, let's take a step further. Now, we have been talking about before now, we have been talking about um, the practice on open field or the field program. Okay, we're talking about the field program. So, just in line of field program, we shifted a little bit to the ethics, which you know as guiding principles of value of every profession. All right, and we're made to understand that these values are considered to be enhanced, all right, to be enhance the character, enhance the character through hard work. So now let's talk about some mentor responsibilities. Now, some responsibilities of mentors. Mentors are also known as preceptors. Mentors. They're also known as preceptors. Some of their responsibility is to assist the students in developing what we call project objective. All right? Project objectives to be, all right, during their program. Right? The project objectives to be achieved during their program, it is one of the responsibility of the preceptor of the mentor. Now, they also orient students, orient, when we talk about orientation, we are simply talking about that conversation between the students and the preceptor, whereby the preceptor takes his or her time to walk the student through the basics. All right? They are expected to also orientate the student uh, to know more about the community they serve. Okay? The plan as well with students. So we have, as far as the preceptors is concerned, there are also responsibilities on the side of the students as well. Students are expected to be punctual and reliable, all right? Behave in the most professional, all right? Behave in a professional manner, okay? So we have that as that. Now let's continue. Now we have okay. Now we've been talking about field experience all along before now. Okay, we're talking about field experience all along before now. So we are as well still going to talk about, okay, we are as well still going to talk about the process of conversation. This field trip, it's all about, or field program, it's all about helping the student to implement the practices, the theoretical part of the course that has been learned in within the four walls of the school and bringing out there also what is happening on the field practically. Okay, so now when we talk about conversations, we have what we call initial conversation. Okay, now this conversation is whereby the students will initiate a conversation, discuss their goal for the student experience. This is the conversation whereby students, all right, express their goals, all right, field, express their goals for the field experience. Highly essential. Okay. Now we also have the midway conversation. It's about 1 month into the field experience. Students will check in, all right, about 1 month, okay, about 1 month into the field experience. Students will check in with their operating teacher or staff to discuss how things are going. All right. Students will check in to discuss how things are going with their teachers or supervisor, whoever it is that is in charge of the um, field trip. That is the midway conversation about 1 month into the field trip. So we have that as that. Now, let's take a step further. We also have the final conversation. The last week of the field experience, students will discuss with their cooperating teacher whether they have achieved their goal. Okay, so we have that as that. Now, let's continue. There's something called the log book. Now, when we say the logbook, what are we referring to? The logbook is used to keep a record of the practical experience. All right? And this record is required before a student is certified. Before a student is certified, the logbook will be required. Now, this logbook contains the record of the practical experience. Excuse me. Used to keep record of the practical field experience. So we have that as that. Each activity must be confirmed by a suitable supervisor. All right. In as much as the logbook is used to receive record or to take record, everything you have there must be confirmed by your supervisor. All right. So we have that as that. Now, when we talk about filling the logbook, there's a way to fill it. So now let's consider filling the logbook for industrial training. That is IT. How do you fill the logbook for IT? Now, the field logbook is required to complete the field experience. Definitely, it's a proof that you have completed your field experience. Now, a typical logbook contains different pages that require specific information. All right, requires specific information. Now, the first page contains basic information about your training. All right, contain basic information about you and your training. All right, certain information like your name, okay, certain information like your name, your course of study, okay, the name of the institution or organization you are undergoing, all right, your field experience, and other things. More like basic introduction of what your field experience is all about and you as a person. So we have that as that. So at the end of each week, you need to meet up, all right, with the requirement. Okay, and what are these requirements? Every lesson day, your IT about 3 months, every day of the month has a page on the logbook And each day is not like your sign inside out booklet. All right. Every blessed day, you must acknowledge each pages as you do your industrial attachments. So the most important part is the weekly progress chart. This is contained in the rest of the logbook, and in each you should write about your activities and experience at the field every day. So we have that as that, and thank you very much. We call it a wrap here for today on the course, as we have been able to do complete our financial phase on the course HED203 there on YouTube. And the next time we are meeting will be on Telegram. Do have a wonderful evening and bye for now.